Hello everyone, welcome back to Pably. In this video, we're going to learn how to automate employee evaluation forms with Google Forms and Google Chat. So here my objective is that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, as I've created an employee evaluation form with the help of Google Forms, a new message should be forwarded on my Google Chats of the feedback. For that, we need to create an automation between Google Forms and Google Chats with the help of Pably Connect. Pably Connect runs on two concepts, that is trigger and action. In this process, my trigger application is going to be Google Forms and my action application is going to be Google Chat. If you want to learn how to do this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to automate employees evaluation forms with Google Forms and Google Chats. So here my objective is that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically in my Google Chat, I have created a space and evaluation message should be forwarded, as you can see on the screen right over here. For that, we need to create an automation between Google Forms and Google Chats with the help of Pably Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pably Connect, that is pably.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pably Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pably Connect account. After that, you can see all Pably apps window is going to appear in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pably, from which we are going to select Pably Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then on a new tab, Pably Connect's dashboard is going to appear. In order to start an automation process, we need to create a workflow. For that, we have to click on this top right corner button that is right over here that says Create Workflow. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as Automate Employee Evaluation Forms with Google Forms and Google Chat. So this is what the name that I want to give to my workflow. After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. On the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pably Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, we have to click on this drop down arrow right over here. As you can see, these are the folders that I've created in my Pably Connect account, and I want to save this workflow in the folder Google Forms Automation. After giving a name to our workflow and selecting a folder, we're going to click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Automate Employee Evaluation Forms with Google Forms and Google Chat, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One says Trigger, another says Action. Trigger and Action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process because the process depends on these 2 steps. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, I'm going to set up a trigger step. For that, we have to click on this arrow right over here. It is asking for us to choose our trigger application, and a trigger application is going to be Google Forms. So I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Forms. As we want that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically on our Google Chat, a message of that form submission should be forwarded. After that, for the trigger event, we are going to select it as New Response Received. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see Pably Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to connect Google Forms with Pably Connect by following the steps given here below. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to copy this webhook URL from here. And now what we are going to do is we are going to follow the steps given here below to connect Google Forms with Pably Connect. For that, we are going to open the Google form that I've created. As you can see, this is the form that I've created with the help of Google Forms, and I want that whenever the employee evaluation is done with the help of this form submission, automatically on our Google Chats, a message should be forwarded of the form submission details. For that, what we have to do is we have to connect this Google form with Pably Connect. How are we going to do that? For that, you have to click on responses right over here. As you can see over here, it says link to sheets. We are going to click on it. Over here, a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, in which I'm going to click on create a new spreadsheet. But if you have an existing spreadsheet, you can choose this option. So I'm going to select on create a new spreadsheet, and then I'm going to click on create. As you can see right over here, a new spreadsheet is created with the help of Google Sheets. And as you can see over here, some fields are created such as employee name, evaluation feedback, employee rating out of 5, name and email. And in our Google Forms, you can see I've created fields like employee name, evaluation feedback, employee rating out of 5, name and email. So these are the same fields which we have created in our Google Forms. Whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically the data of that form submission is going to be captured in the spreadsheet. spreadsheet. So what we are going to do is we are going to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, so that whenever a new form submission is done, automatically the response is going to be captured in this spreadsheet, and with this spreadsheet Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. For that we are going to connect Pabbly Connect with this spreadsheet. For that we are going to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. For that we have to click on extensions, that is right over here. Over here you can see it says add-ons. We're going to click on it, and then we're going to click on get add-ons. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, in which on the search bar we have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So I'm going to select Pabbly Connect webhooks. As you can see over here it says Pabbly Connect webhooks. We're going to open this. Over here you can see as I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, please do install it so we can connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook. I'm going to go back. We're going to click on extensions again. Over here you can see it says Pabbly Connect webhooks. We're going to click on it. Then we have to click on initial setup. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, on which it is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. For the webhook URL, we're going to provide the unique webhook URL that Pabbly Connect is provided, and I'm going to paste the URL right over here. After that, for the trigger column over here, it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added. So in this spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column F, because the final data is going to be added in this column right over here. So for the trigger column, I'm going to select it as column F. After that, I'm going to click on submit. Over here you can see it says setup configured successfully. Now I'm going to go back. Now the steps which I'm going to tell you are very important steps, so keep in mind to not forget what I'm doing right now. For that we have to click on extensions right over here. We're going to again select Pabbly Connect webhooks, and over here in the second option you can see it says sign on event. We're going to click on it. Over here it says working. If I'm going to take you back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks, over here you can see a tick mark is in front of sign on event. We have selected sign on event that whenever a new response is going to be captured in the spreadsheet, automatically the data is going to be sent to Pabbly Connect from our Google Sheets. For that we have clicked on send on event. As we have done connecting Pabbly Connect with Google Sheets, so I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account, and over here it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we are going to do is we are going to submit a new form, and we are going to check whether Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that new form submission or not. For that I'm going to open my Google Forms right over here. As you can see, this is the form that I've created. Over here you can see it says preview. We're going to click on preview right over here. So this is the form that I've created, as you can see right over here, and then we are going to fill in all the details. Firstly, for the employee name, over here we're going to select the employee from the drop down right over here. We have selected the employee name because we are going to evaluate the work of this employee right over here. Then for the evaluation feedback, I'm going to write in an evaluation feedback as, so I have written the evaluation feedback as regular in completing all tasks and creates a positive environment. So this is the feedback that I've written. Then it is asking for the employee rating out of 5. So I'm going to rate the employee as 4 right over here. Over here for the name, we're going to write the name who's submitting the form. For the name, I'm going to write it as dummy user. Then for the email, I'm going to write the user's email who's submitting the form as dummy user @pabblytuts.com. After filling all the details, we are going to click on submit to submit the form. As you can see that over here it says the form submission is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to check whether a new response is captured by Pabbly Connect or not. For that I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account. And yes, as you can see over here, response is captured in Pabbly Connect. And for the response, if I'm going to scroll down, for the name it says dummy user 1. Evaluation feedback as regular in completing all tasks, create a positive working environment. For the rating out of 5 as 4. For the name of the employee is employee 3. Email as dummyuser@pabblytuts.com, and all the other details. So this means that we successfully created a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step, and what we want is that whenever a new form submission is done, automatically in our Google chat a message should be forwarded in the space that we have created. For that, for our action application, we are going to select it as Google Chat. So I'm going to select my action application as Google Chat Hangout. After that, for the action event, we are going to select it as create message. After that, we're going to click on connect in order to connect Google Chat with Pabbly Connect. As you can see that it's successfully connected Google Chat with Pabbly Connect. It is asking for the chat URL right over here. So for that, what we have to do is we have to click on learn more right over here to have the access of the Google Chat URL. and then you will be forwarded to this new page right over here. We're going to scroll down. Over here you have to follow all these steps given here below to have the access of the chat URL. Firstly, what we have to do is we have to open the space that we have created in our Google chat. So this is the space that I've created in my Google chats in the name of employee evaluation feedback. So what I want is that whenever new form submission of feedback of employee evaluation feedback is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically a message should be forwarded of the feedback details in this space. So for that, we're going to connect this space with Pabbly Connect. For that, what we have to do is we have to click on this arrow that is right over here. Then this bar is going to appear in front of you, from which we're going to select apps and integrations right over here. Then over here you can see there are multiple options, from which we're going to select webhooks. As you can see over here it says webhooks. We're going to add webhooks right over here by clicking on this button right over here. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you. I'm going to take you back to the help desk of Pabbly Connect right over here. You can see over here it says for the name we have to give it as test webhook. So for the name over here we are going to give it as test webhook, and for the avatar URL what we have to do is I'm going to take you back to the help desk right over here, and for the avatar URL we're going to provide this link right over here. I'm going to copy this link from here and I'm going to paste the avatar URL right over here. After that I'm going to click on save right over here. Over here you can see a webhook is created right over here. We're going to copy this webhook from here that says copy link from here, and in the workflow that we have created in our Pabbly Connect we are going to paste the link right over here. So this is the chat webhook URL link right over here. After that it is asking for the message. So for the message I'm going to write it as, so this is the message that I want to send to my team that says, hello team, greetings of the day. A new employee evaluation form submission is done and the details of the feedback are employee name, rating out of 5 and the feedback. Thank you, regards. Over here in the place of these fields what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from our previous step right over here. For that we have to click right over here. Over here you can see it says Google form new response received. So this was the previous step. I'm going to click on this arrow right over here. Over here you can see the data of the response that was captured in our previous step is given right over here. As you want the data for the employee name, I'm going to map the data for the employee name right over here. As I map the data right over here, the data has now become dynamic. That means every time a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over here is going to be updated according to the new response captured. After that it is asking for the ratings out of 5. For that what we have to do is we are going to map the data again. Click right over here, click on this arrow right over here. As you want the data for the ratings out of 5, we're going to map the data of the ratings out of 5, that is right over here. Then it is asking for the feedback right over here. We're going to map the data again. Click right over here. As you want the data for the feedback, we're going to map the data for the feedback right over here. As we have completed mapping all the data has now become dynamic. That means every time a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over here is going to be updated according to the new response. And in the place of this message, whenever a new message is going to be forwarded, the mapped data is going to be changed according to the new response captured. Now after that, after filling all the details, we are going to click on save and send test request. As you can see right over here, a new response is captured in our Pabbly Connect account and it has all the details of the message that is forwarded in our Google Chats. To check whether a new message is forwarded on the space that we have created in our Google Chat, for that I'm going to open my Google Chat account and the space that I've created. I'm going to go back. And yes, as you can see right over here, a new message is forwarded on my Google Chat which says, hello team, greetings of the day. A new employee evaluation form submission is done and the details of the feedback are employee's name as employee 3, ratings out of 5 as 4, feedback as regular in completing all tasks, creates a positive working environment. Thank you, regards. So this means that we have successfully created an automation between Google Forms and Google Chats with the help of Pabbly Connect. But now for all of you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another form submission and I'm going to check whether a new message is forwarded on my space that I've created in my Google Chat or not. For that I'm going to open my Google form that I've created. As you can see, this is the form that I've created. For doing the form submission, I'm going to click on this button right over here that says preview. So this is the form that I've created with the help of Google Forms. I'm going to fill in all the details and then we're going to do a form submission. So as you can see that I've filled in all the details of this form that was asking for the employee name as employee 4, for the evaluation feedback as regular in office, takes a lot of time to complete a task, for the employee rating out of 5 as 2, for the name test user, for the email as testuser@pabblytuts.com. So I'm going to click on submit to submit the form submission. As you can see that over here it says thank you so much for giving us feedback. That means the form submission is done successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Google Chats and I'm going to check whether I have received a new message regarding the details of the new form submission that we have done right now or not. For that, I'm going to open my Google Chats, and yes, as you can see right over here, a new message is forwarded on the space that I've created in my Google Chat. And the message says, "Hello team, greetings of the day. A new employee evaluation form submission is done and the details of the feedback are employee's name as employee 4, ratings out of 5 as 2, feedback as regular in office, takes a lot of time to complete a task, thank you, regards." So this means that we successfully created an automation between Google Forms and Google Chats with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I wanted that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms regarding the employee's evaluation, automatically a message should be forwarded on my Google Chat space that I've created with the details of the form submission that is done with the help of Google Forms. For that, we have created an automation between Google Forms and Google Chat with the help of Pabbly Connect. And this is how we create an automation between these two applications. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.